Now coming to the last part, that is the role of judiciary. Now judiciary in India is very important because it is the one who can strengthen the democracy and make it help working in a healthy manner, and to see that all the objectives of this social justice and equality are achieved. Judiciary means what? The courts, the law and order. Okay, if we make a rule and there is nobody to see if the rule is being followed, and there is nobody to check whether if somebody has violated some rule and no punishments are given, it is of no use. So this part is done by the judiciary system. Now what is the basic framework of the constitution? Now our constitution is dynamic. Dynamic means something that is not static. Something that keeps on changing is known as dynamic. Now world is dynamic, everything in the world goes on changing. So how can we have the same rules? The rules also should be changing. So our constitution is dynamic. It is just like a living document who is alive, who is growing, who is changing. And the constitution has to change according to the changing conditions, and parliament has a power to make those changes. Who has got the power? The parliament, the people whom we elect. Now judiciary has accepted this power of the parliament to make changes in the constitution, but it has not given the parliament full powers. There is certain limitations to this power. And what is that limitation? We will see. It has said that parliament can make changes, but it cannot change the basic structure of the constitution. What do you mean by basic structure? Let us see. Look at the yellow box. You cannot change the republican and democratic form of government. No government can come and say, chalo, abhi aaj se India is not going to be a democratic country. It is going to be a dictatorship company and I am the dictator. So you cannot change that. Second, the federal structure of the constitution cannot be changed. That is the central government, then the state government, then the local government. The government cannot say that from today we are not going to recognize the Panchayati Raj, the village Raj as a constitutional status. That cannot be done. Promotion of unity and integrity of the nation. You cannot change that. When we say that all of us have to stay united and all the people are equal, you cannot change that. Second, sovereignty of the nation. Sovereignty means our own rule, Swaraj. Okay, we have written in our constitution that India cannot be ruled by any other country. India will be ruled only by the people of India. And one government comes and says, no, I will make a change in this. India can be ruled by some other country, and it gives the power to some other country, say America, Italy or China, to rule India. Of course, in the greed of money. And then last one is secularism and supremacy of the constitution. Now secularism means all religions are equal. Nobody can come and now say that only this particular religion is going to be at the top. And supremacy of the constitution, whatever is written in the constitution is the last. The rules written in the constitution have to be followed. Nobody can come and change that even if you don't follow the constitution, it will do. So the supremacy lies with the constitution. So this is the basic framework. Next comes the significant judicial decisions. Now what do you mean by significant judicial decisions? That is, if somebody's right of children, protection of human rights, protection of honor and dignity of women, individual freedom, tribal empowerment, these are all the rights, and the court has to give judgments on this. If somebody comes and says that I am not having the right of children. Right of children means what? Suppose a woman is not allowed to have children by her in-laws. Then she can file up a case because she has got the right of children. Same way, if somebody insults you, you have got the right of honor. You can go to the court against that person. So any of your rights, if they are hampered, you can go to the court and the court fights for you. The judicial system fights for you. It safeguards your rights. Now coming to the end of the chapter, they have just asked you to discuss and find out what Supreme Court has done towards making the government accountable and responsible, effective and efficient, responsive, transparency in working, just and all-inclusive development, and people's participation in the governing and decision making process. Now, first of all, earlier when roads were made, the roads just they are made, and again they are damaged, again they are made, and this continues. Okay, and the contractor keeps on charging the money. But now the Supreme Court has made the person responsible. Like if the person who is taking the contract, and if the bridge collapses or if the road damages before the guarantee period what he has given, he is accountable for a case. Okay, a case against him can be filed. Second change is that transparency in the working of the government. Now, permissions have been given for online transactions, that is the tenders and the quotations what are called for, they are called online. Offline में क्या होता है कि like the person bribes and tries to take the order. Now here this is not possible because this is total online process, so nothing can be done, everything will be in the proper format. Then you have the RTI. RTI is also made online now. You can file your RTIs, ask your questions, and the government is bounded. It is given a specified time that within 1 month or 2 months it has to answer to your questions. So many changes, many decisions have been given by the Supreme Court to safeguard all these achievements or all these objectives of the judicial system. So that's all in this chapter. Read it very carefully, and doubts can always be asked. But always remember that government's acts and policies cannot just put an end to all the problems. Even the citizens play an important role. When the constitution has given you certain rights, you have your certain duties also which you have to follow. Okay, that's all with this chapter.